Okay.
All right. We're back again, right?
Yes, we are.
We made it. I was running a little late today, and you guys didn't know if I made it or not.
Well, I thought maybe them rock people got you when you was out and you're walking the woods.
If you haven't watched those videos in the past,
You need to watch those.
I walk. I walk on a long, I don't know, probably a little over 2.5 miles. I go on a trail and I go deep in the woods. I go some crazy stuff, and I'm not a spring chick anymore. So I know. I showed up. I was thinking we were supposed to do cooking at 1 o'clock, and it was supposed to be 9 o'clock. So I get this message, and it's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm thinking, only my kids send that. They think once you get over 60 years old, you're liable to die any second.
Yeah.
So it's
they're all waiting around going.
It's like, why are they asking something like
It's like
that?
if you fall asleep in the recliner, they're all kind of looking, going.
Yeah, they're putting the mirror up to see if you're breathing.
Luckily, I snore, so.
He's alive. Throw something over him.
I think he's got sleep apnea or something.
But I'll tell you what happened. They were worried because I do that walk every morning. You'll hear my walk people's stories. I got a lot of weird stories out in the woods. But they were like, man, I hope he didn't slip. And my brother's like, yeah, me too. I'd be the one that has to go out there and fetch him. Yeah. So that was his worry.
That lazy bastard probably go right at the very end of the trail.
He's fell asleep out there.
Take a little nap.
He's in his car. He's wanting to stretch before I took my little walk.
Yeah, I walk all 72 miles of all the trails going, I'm having a heart attack now.
Yep.
And you're going, my car's warmed up. I can take you to the hospital if you like.
Yeah, you'd show up and I'd have my seat reclined, taking a nap, and you wouldn't see me. That would be great. But apologize for bambling on. But it's been kind of a little bit of insane here when we started up this morning. But we're going to be making hush puppies, right?
Yeah, we're making the kind of hush puppies you were talking about.
Oh, if you're a hush puppy person, we're going to make the other ones too later, right?
Yeah, we'll do the others. But these are the sweet ones you wanted.
Oh, my gosh.
I've been trying to find a place that had the recipe, and nobody had exactly what you described.
Oh.
But I found enough that I modified and created a recipe that I think is going to do the trick for you.
Yeah, it's actually it's from one of our customers, Grove, that made the big industrial cranes over there, Shady Grove, Pennsylvania, and it's where we would get them at, and we would go there at least one day a week, at least.
Right.
At least 2 days a week. Sorry, it was a place called Mrs. Gibble's. Oh my gosh, and it was so good. All their food was Amish cooking. It was so delicious, and they had their hush puppies, but they were sweet hush puppies, and they had. You sprinkled the powdered sugar over, and we'd have guys from England and stuff coming over, and this one guy, George, he'd be like, he'd be tearing those things up. It was insane. I thought, how are you going to eat a meal because he ate that much?
Oh my gosh.
Slightly off the subject, have you ever, I know you've been to England before, so
yeah.
But to watch British people eat, is that not the most amazing thing?
Right hand knife, left hand fork.
And it's like they're perfect.
Yeah, they use both.
Fried chicken. They eat fried chicken, and it would be, I'd be picking up the bone, tearing it up.
Yeah.
And he'd be so proper and
then the fork's upside down, too.
Yeah, it's goofy.
Yeah, so you're like, let me get a fork.
Goofy. If you haven't eaten with people, and I apologize to people from England, because you guys are masters with your cutlery.
So we're here. We're like, let me cut my thing, and then we switch our hands.
Yeah,
I got my fork, and they're eating like that.
And
then
they're like little machines.
Yeah.
But when you get to the end, if you've seen them eat chicken before off a bone, that bone is cleaned.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, how on earth? I guess it's whatever you're brought up on.
I'm telling you, it's
crazy. Sorry to get so totally off the subject. Mrs. Gibble's, let me get back on that. Yeah. Mrs. Gibble's, they were the best. And that's what hooked me into saying, if we're going to make hush puppies, you got to do the sweet ones too.
Right.
The one thing I will say, if you've been there before, it's Amish country. So, and that's where that good Amish food comes from.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And we loved it every day. But I gotta give a huge shout out to Jebediah and the whole Yoder family. I'm sure they're big fans of ours from Facebook. Online all the time plugged in.
Yeah, wired up, riding the horse
generator,
antenna on top of the thing.
If there's any Amish people watching,
you can make
shame on you. Yeah. First of all,
put that
shame
phone
on
down.
you.
We're going to shun you.
Yeah, I told you about the lady I saw that was getting a lottery ticket, and they were in a horse and buggy.
No, She's looking to
True story.
She's looking to hit it big.
True
I'm blowing this
story.
buggy up. I'm getting 10 horses.
Yeah. It's the funniest thing. In a horse and buggy. Went in and got a lottery ticket.
Buying
It's
lottery
like, there's
tickets.
no way.
That's classic.
That was funny. It's true story, I'm telling you.
All right, let's do some cooking here.
Yeah, I guess we've wasted enough time. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. So these are the sweet ones. So I got 1/3 cup of our Martha White cornmeal mix, self-rising.
How much?
The hot rice. 1 1/3 cup.
1 1/3. Okay, I thought you said third, and it was like, there is no third there.
Yeah, it's 1 1/3 there. So that stuff is good. It makes the whole thing simpler because we don't have to add in the flour and the
This
salt
is
and
our
bacon. Yeah, it's from our white cornbread.
white cornbread. Yeah, the hot rice.
The same stuff, right?
Yeah. You know, I get so many comments on that. I'm still getting people driving me crazy
Really?
about it, about white versus yellow cornbread. There's just, man, it's the biggest debate. It's amazing. This is, we went at like 400, right?
Yeah.
That's what I got it set at on the oil. How much you putting in there of that?
3 tablespoons of sugar.
Yeah, it's a sweet.
It's sweet, but it's not overpowering.
No, it's not. It's not like cake or anything.
No.
It's unique, and you'll like it. You'll like it if you like hush puppies that got a little sweetness to them.
So we got that in there. Now we're going to add in, how much of this? Oh, 1/2 cup of cream style corn. 1/2 cup of cream style corn. That one I said was 1/3, right? That's 1/3. Let me grab the other thing. We'll use just half of this. This will work. That's a cup, so we're going to fill it halfway full.
All right.
And then we're going to put in, how much milk? 1/3 of a cup of milk.
1/3?
Yep.
You got 1/3 of a cup thing right there.
Right
yeah.
there.
You ever been and got a hush puppy and the corn inside of it was hard?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Is that by choice?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my gosh, I had it and it was like, these taste terrible.
It wasn't well mixed,
It's like,
obviously.
did you just get this? Is this horse feed?
Yeah, it's like, feed corn.
Yeah, feed corn, that's what it's called. It's like, this is terrible.
I'm going to dump an egg in there.
All right, 1 egg.
Now we're going to,
Whip it together, huh? What do you just fold this like in?
you're just getting, you don't want to beat it too much, but you want to make sure everything is moist in here.
Okay.
So we're kind of working. You can take all those wet ingredients and blend them together first before you put them in, but we ain't that careful about anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of, and that's what we get a lot of comments on. It's like, man, you just kind of cut down some of the process, even though our videos are longer because we jabber here.
Right.
But,
That's us.
Yeah, but you guys have made it simpler because it's like, my mom used to do it this, and then she would do this, and it's like, but I guess it really doesn't matter because it's all getting together, and it's like, it really doesn't. We just kind of speed. When you got kids and people are hungry, you kind of make stuff move a little bit.
And the whole thing is, I mean, we're as long as it gets wet, as long as you have big clumps of the cornmeal floating around in there.
Yeah.
And you get it all cut in, you can see.
Yeah, you don't want that dry hunk in there.
No, that's awful.
Yeah, that is. Hey, I know you guys are looking to upgrade some trees outside.
Yep.
Yeah, it's, have you studied much on that, what you're wanting or anything?
Yeah.
Because I know your wife was talking about a dogwood tree. She's wanting a dogwood tree. So
She was?
she's wanting a dogwood tree. And you know how you're able to spot a dogwood tree when you're going on your little, what are those called? Nurseries.
Yeah. How do you
The
spell it?
easiest way to spot one is from its bark. Dogwood bark. Yeah, that's funny.
For that, you get to go with her when she goes to look at dogwood tree. I say, my brother knows all about dogwood tree. He'd love to go spend 14, 15 hours walking through nurseries looking at trees.
Tell it by their bark. That's funny. Are they the ones that peel off, though, dogwoods?
No, those are birches.
Ah,
Birches are the ones that peel.
you all smart stuff there.
Well, that joke, didn't I?
I
All
reckon
right, so
you
we
did.
should be hot here. Let me just check real quick, see if
Check the temperature.
check our temperature.
Everybody's checking temperature nowadays on everything.
It's that time of year. Yeah. Got to check that temperature to see if you're healthy.
Yeah.
It's just shooting up there.
Folks are saying that they're having a hard time finding white cornmeal.
Really? Well, we had a little bit of a hard time.
Yeah.
But I went back to the store and found Kroger's got in the big bags now.
Did they?
Yeah, so that's good.
I guess in some parts of the country it is a lot harder to find.
There's these intermittent outages of all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah.
It's like Sam's Club didn't have the paper towels, and the pineapples. Pineapples the other day we got kind of scrooged up on those. Well, let's move this over because we're out of the camera range. We got our batter put together, but
Is that right in the camera range?
I think it is. But let me just
Look
double
at that
check.
rocking. So we're hot?
Oh, it needs to come over a little bit more towards the sink.
Towards the sink. I'll let you do it.
I'll get some of my.
No sense in both of us getting splattered and burned. I've already experienced that once in my life.
That should do it right there. So now we're good. So I grab this tablespoon measure, and we're going to shake and get that ready.
Clump. You're going to have some little crumbs in here too.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have a lot of folks saying, there's a better way of doing that. Putting those out there.
There's always a better way.
My grandma always, or my mom always.
And if you have a better way, please tell us.
Shoot it at us.
I mean, we may not agree, we may not do it, but...
We did get some interesting ones on that. The peanut butter pinwheels, or some people call them potato candy, according to
How you make them, yeah.
How you make them, yeah. And man, it was the controversy of a lifetime. The school of using mashed potatoes, using regular cooked potatoes, hot, and just using cream, and the other one milk, And we they all taste the same. I hated
at the end of the day, they do.
Burst folks' bubble because, like you said in the video, it's just purely a binding agent that holds that confectioner's sugar together. So it's kind of...
So we'll just do a few here, and then we'll cook some more in a little bit, but we're just going to let these... What I do is typically I take a pan and put a wire rack in there so that the grease drains off, and you can line it with paper towels. I probably should throw some paper towels in there.
Yeah, you should.
Just to be safe.
These are browning, man, on the backside.
Yeah, they go pretty quick. And you're going to need all that space, but there's enough. We'll just put them on one end.
Yeah, that works.
I love these little baskets. I got this on the internet.
Yeah, I got a really old one.
It's probably an Amish one.
It might be.
Those two flipped.
What, the internet?
Yeah.
The internet's Amish?
Yeah, it's an Amish internet.
Oh.
Ezekiel!
Well, those turn well.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for these little crumbs to get done. I want to try one of those.
Those are good.
Oh, you got some powdered sugar? The confectioner's sugar? Oh, yes. That's what's magic with them. That dude I was talking about, George from England.
Right.
The one thing he was good with his cutlery, but man, he liked that powdered sugar. So he'd be giving it the... It's like the only time his fingers are touching his mouth is getting that powdered sugar.
Ain't wasting that.
And that was what it was. It was like he wasn't about to let that go to waste.
Heck no.
It's like this food that we're eating is like the best. I mean, it's great. Oh my God.
Amish food is simple but filling and tasty.
It was, obviously, I'm simple.
Yeah. Yeah, we're both simple.
Very simple. And I like tasty food, so.
And we like to be filled.
Oh, yeah.
As anyone can plainly see.
Oh. And I'm not one for a lot of goop on top of my stuff.
Now, you like your stuff pretty plain.
And that's the way,
Amish
and it was
food,
like, whoa.
That's what it's designed for.
So I'm thinking I might have been Amish.
You should have been. You can always go join,
Yeah.
They will let outsiders
Do they really?
Yeah, they do.
Well, I think I saw that movie where the guy was a bowler.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, what was that? Kingpin or something like that. I can't remember the name of it. It had the one guy from Cheers that was he went on to be famous.
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson's in there. His name's Munson, and he ends up losing his hand in it, so he's got a rubber hand. No offense to people with rubber hands. We've lost 20% of our audience.
That was that whole group you signed up for. We've now lost them all.
So he couldn't bowl because it would stick.
I'm not going to tell it. It's such a bad joke.
Don't even say it. Don't say it.
Yeah. They're going to switch off and put the one that's got the finger. Yeah. Funny.
Yeah, he would do that. He would bend the other fingers back.
Oh, gosh.
But it was...
Yeah, we were working hard to offend everybody.
Amish bowlers. In the Amish bowling leagues, I'm really sorry that I didn't mean to bring up the Munson story.
Yep.
Those are actually really good.
I think those look about right, don't they?
Look great, yeah.
Let's fish these out of here. It doesn't take long at all. I should have timed that, but I will check the time
like dough.
when I go and watch the video. Yeah, but it's corn. It cooks really, really fast.
Yeah, you'll see it online in the recipe. The times will be corrected.
So that's those. Let me grab this. She got this little fancy thing, which I really like. Oh,
It doesn't seem so fancy. It's just a jar.
Looked pretty stupid there, didn't it? There.
Now it's fancy.
Now it works. It's a little duster thing that you, instead of having a sifter and having to do
Yeah,
it,
it's gonna be funny. Oh, I was gonna say it. The whole top goes
the top
off.
goes off. It's like, that's really fancy. What
It's
you
like
got
in
there.
restaurants when the jerk
Takes the sugar off the top or the salt. The salt, yeah.
Then you go and it dumps the whole thing. I like it a lot. After my friend George from England, she needs more holes in the sifter. She needs a SeniorSkillet version of this.
It's called a bag of powdered sugar.
Yeah, well, I just throw them in the bag.
Throw them in the bag and shake it. Is that enough for you yet?
We're getting there.
There we go.
Your arms hurt.
Yeah. It's like the shake weights of the 90s.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. We'll get banned. We'll get banned from the internet. All right, here's the big reveal.
Pick one.
I'll take.
We'll just split one.
Oh, I really. Well, here, you take the end that doesn't have as much sweet stuff on it. And I'll. Oh, I'm sorry.
So you're gonna eat
You
the
see
crust.
that? Yours says no. I feel so bad.
It's hot.
Oh man, that's really good.
Oh wow.
That is excellent. I'm gonna take this little one too.
But they're not so.
They're not overpoweringly sweet.
Right. That's the thing is, I mean, you could put a little more sugar in them, and maybe I'll bump up the sugar in a little bit more. Okay?
Yeah. Just no. I wouldn't.
Because you could eat if you don't dust them with the powdered sugar. They're not bad just straight up.
Well, they're not a hush puppy, in that a normal hush puppy has some onions in it.
Right.
They're good. I mean, if it didn't have that much sugar, they're really good.
But yeah.
The kids would love these,
But
where
yeah.
they might not like regular hush puppies.
If you want to sweeten them up a little bit, feel free to do it. I think, what did I say, 3 tablespoons?
You can boost it.
You can bump it up to 4 tablespoons easily and still not be overwhelming and still put the powdered sugar on it.
But I still say the what sold it at the restaurant, Miss Gibbles, was that powdered sugar on top.
Oh, yeah.
It's something magical about powdered sugar on stuff, people. But it gets on you, a lot of times.
Yep.
Well, it gets on you.
Everything is on me.
Yeah. Is that it?
I think
I'm
we're done.
saying 2 thumbs up on this bad boy.
Good. It's good.
It's delicious. You nailed Miss Gibbles. Oh God, I'm starting to cry.
Was she a pretty one? We better stop.
Miss Gibbles had a candy store. Never mind. Let's end it. That was great.